we're spending 11 grand a day. We're getting about 13, 14 million impressions a month. This is the most fun challenge in business is to get people who didn't know you on Tuesday to pay you on Friday. A TikTok a day, 40 and 75 grand in like an hour.
Those who think they can and those who think they can't are usually both right.
Right. What I love about paid is that like I can get exactly the type of person I want through the door.
And we made like 110K in like 7 weeks on like a brand new fucking thing.
We know why we should buy your course. We should buy it because you got 20 grand left. You're like basically begging for views so that you can make money.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a very special episode of the Parker J. Smith Show. I'm joined by my co-host, Jon Melillo, and today's guest, none other than Mr. Cardinal Mason. Right here behind me, loosening me up, the man, the myth, the legend, the master of AI copywriting on the Mount Rushmore of info, and he is quite the masseuse too, I will say.
You're so tense, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to loosen up a little bit. Today we loosen up. We talk details on business. We talk details on copywriting. We talk info, tell all, and everything else about Mason's meteoric rise into fame and his massive muscles in the background here too. So you guys are not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you stay tuned and strap in here. Hello everyone and welcome back to a very special episode of the Parker J. Smith Show. Today we are joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Cardinal Mason. Mason, take a second, introduce yourself to anyone who may be living under a rock and doesn't know you already. Who are you? What do you do? And then let's just jump right into this. We got a lot to talk about today here.
Hell yeah, let's do it. So my name's Mason, online known as Cardinal Mason. I've been a copywriter since 2020. Been like trying to make, stupid content online since 2021 on Twitter, 22 on TikTok, and then 23 I started doing YouTube and Instagram. So I'm kind of, hitting everything now. Been in the info game probably also since 2021, and we're running it up these days, man.
Dude, it's an honor to have you here. We're really excited for the episode. You are, you're on my Mount Rushmore of info, I think is probably the best way to put it, right?
Thanks, man.
When it comes to like people that have really gone out, mastered a craft, and then also mastered monetizing the information around it, right? Truly both sides of the coin here, which is, it's impressive. I think, your numbers, your followers, engagement, financial success kind of all speaks for itself. One of the things that I do find most interesting about your story and, something that really separates you from a lot of other people in the industry, something that I actually really just respect. You always say you were kind of like forced into entrepreneurship. Like you weren't, you didn't grow up like, oh, I always wanted to own a business. I did lemonade stands on the street. I resold, sneakers in high school. Like that was not really your thing. You kind of didn't even have it on the forefront of your mind. And I think ultimately you just realized at some point, well, I'm not going to make the money that I want or have the lifestyle that I want if I don't figure something out. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about like, what was that first catalyst and then you starting and then, obviously, it went quick, man. Like you're talking like 2020, really just kind of finding this whole space to where you are now. That it takes most people multiple generations, lifetimes to do that. Like what was the catalyst and when were you like, okay, wait, how did I not know about being an entrepreneur from the very beginning? Like I can't do anything else at this point.
Yeah. So, back in the day, dude, like I think we're all kind of spoiled now. I don't know if you guys feel like that too, where it's like, I think I know a little bit about your guys' stories where it's like kind of how you guys got into it as well. But like back in 2020, like being an entrepreneur like wasn't like cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in the zeitgeist. I just wanted to make 50 grand a year, bro. I wanted to be a wagey. And so when I found a way where I could like basically be a wagey without like being in an office and having like one boss, I don't know. I thought copywriting was a good fit for that. But also like, once you get past the belief system of like, you don't think you can do something and you realize like how much money there is out there to be made, like you get past that pretty quick. I feel like anybody who like is cool just making 50 grand a year, like they actually don't even know that you can like get to half a mil, not even really working that hard.
No, it's the classic like adage of those who think they can and those who think they can't are usually both right.
Right.
Yeah. You don't know what you're missing out on. You don't know what you're capable of. And most people are just honestly fine with that. And it's really easy, especially to see a young person like you are, like I would humbly say we are, and other people we've had on the show here, and see them online doing great business, crushing it, having a lot of financial success, and just be like, that's a fluke. That's not something I could do. I'm not even going to bother trying. So you find copywriting. And I mean, at the time, right, copywriting was not really something people were talking about. Like that was like, from my understanding, you were one of the first people to really go and popularize the business model online. I also know that your first client was Everyman Jack, right? Which now is just a massive company, like enormous. What was that like having that? Were they that big at the time?
Yeah,
Was it?
They were already in retail. They were already doing stuff. I kind of like, dude, it was honestly just divine timing. Like the way I kind of got it was I cold emailed the founder, and the founder kind of doesn't give a shit about any stuff like that. So he just forwarded it to the marketing guy, basically saying like, filter this guy. If he sucks, then just like ignore it. And they just so happened to like be looking for that kind of role. They wanted to hire a content writer, and I was like, let's go, man.
Like I'm ready to COVID or?
Yeah, this is right in the middle of COVID, like right after it started, which is why like I didn't really have shit else to do.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, like I was working in a restaurant at the time, and I didn't have to go in, so I was like, all right, cool. I was living off in Canada. So you guys got stimmy checks in Canada. We got CERB.
Okay.
CERB. I don't remember what it. Canadian Emergency Response Benefit or something like that. And so you guys got what, $1,200 one time?
I think it was like that. Yeah.
We were getting 2 bands a month.
What
people
the?
in the US,
month.
people in the US were too. You had to like apply for it. Like,
Oh, that was just unemployment though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this was just like pretty much no matter what. Like you're getting
Everyone was
2 grand
getting
a
it.
month. You did have to like you paid taxes on it and shit.
For
which,
sure.
Like I think I paid taxes. I don't know, but whatever.
Doesn't matter now.
But yeah, so I was like kind of chilling, and yeah, man, like I just had all this free time, and like before my excuse was like I didn't have time to do it. Dude, it's so weird talking about this because it feels like a fucking lifetime ago.
And it really wasn't. It's crazy.
No, it feels like it was. So I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
I started doing this at 20.
Yep.
26, bro. I don't know. I don't even look 26, bro.
No, you don't.
They're gonna zoom in right now. They're gonna see like still got pimples and shit on my face. But
Yeah,
like
dude.
I feel like now like the sort of journey. So like yeah, so it was start and then month 1, $4,500, month 8, $10K a month. Like dude, now we have guys who will literally start it like a year ago and they're already at like 100, 200K a month.
Yeah.
Like I made a video about this a while ago. I call it online bizflation, where it's just like when we started, it was for some reason much more difficult. And I think it was because we didn't have any examples of people like our age making that kind of money.
Yep.
I thought 50K a month was insane. But now I have people, even students, where it's like they'll pop out, you know, making that amount within less than a year. And it's just crazy to see like how much quicker people are making money. Cause like the shit, like my story is like not really impressive anymore.
Yeah, it is funny to even like I mentally just noted when you were like, yeah, you know, I started in like month 8, I hit 10K a month, and in my head I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was that slow.
It took a
you
long
know,
time.
it's
Yeah.
like there is that online bizflation. In fact, one of the there was a clip you posted recently. John and I were talking about it in the car on the way over here, where you were like, you know, making like 30K a month, like that's not you haven't made it. Like, you know, that's you're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You're like, you need to be doing like 150K a month to really be like, oh,
Like
I'm
minimum.
actually like
Like
chilling.
the average person that sees that's just like, who the fuck?
Yeah,
is
that's
this?
why the video didn't really get a lot of love.
Yeah, no.
But like, yo, I'm not saying 30K a month is quite a bit of money if you're
For
living
sure.
in like Franklin, Kentucky, which is actually my favorite city in the U.S.
Where was that you said?
Franklin, Kentucky.
Okay, I've never been. I'll have to check it out.
30K a month there is like $1 million a month here.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But like to actually be rich and spend crazy and like do everything you want to
For
do
sure.
and just feel like you have unlimited money takes a lot more. You can run through 30 grand in like a couple hours, bro.
PJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one flight.
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, we were talking about who I think the first one that said it was Iman Gadshi, and then I saw TJR make a video about it a couple weeks ago or whatever, and they were like, really, all you got to do is just like lock in until you hit 100 million, and like to hear that, and they're just like these like 25-year-old people, and they're just like, yeah, just really just lock in until you have 100 M's, and I'm like, what an insane sentiment. But also not that insane. Like they're just like, well, once you have 100 million, you could passively make 5 million a year off of it, and then you could fly on as many PJs as you want, do whatever the hell you want all the time, buy a new car every year if you want, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, that does seem like completely unfeasible, but at the same time, it isn't. And I think a lot of that just stems from, getting to each new level of the game. So I kind of want to talk about the level of the game that you are at now. And, the circle that you get to run with, the doors that it gets to open for you, the lifestyle you get to live, things like that. There's obviously, you had a lot of steps. Like you said, it's been a 6-year journey, and I'm sure you enjoyed kind of each portion of it more than the last, hopefully. What is this current level that you're at right now where, I mean, I would say, and you could correct me if I'm wrong here, but you don't really think about money. I mean, obviously you want to continue to make more, but you pretty much do what you want when you want to do it. And, you kind of live life pretty much on your own terms all the time.
Yeah. Before even that though, like your friend group, Bader, Jimmy, like you met all of them through Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that just like not CT, but like money Twitter was like your genesis to just getting into everything. And like now, like that's how you like move to Miami.
Yeah.
And then be able to just like level up and like get into the kind of like what you're doing now with everything.
Pretty much, man. Yeah, like my first couple friends, and then I'll get to your question.
Yeah.
First couple friends were Harry Swales. You guys know Harry Swales?
Yeah.
Harry Swales and Ben Bader. They were in Mexico together. And I did Internet Kids with them, like the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, back like almost 4 years ago now. And I ended up meeting them in Mexico, and then we kicked it for a little bit. And then in Mexico, I met like a bunch of other guys. Like I met Danny, I met Key, McComb, I met all kinds of like other online money guys, and then started doing little meetups like in Miami or wherever else. And yeah, dude. So like that's kind of how I got my little friend group.
Who's the LinkedIn dude that you're just like?
The who?
The LinkedIn guy. You get on like a Zoom call with him and like do like an episode every week.
Oh, Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Chase
he was.
Diamond or
Yeah, he was one of my first clients.
Yeah.
Like so, actually my second client. So it was Everyman Jack, and then I started doing. I worked at his agency.
Yeah.
And they do 8 figures. They rip. So
Wow.
yeah.
So I guess back to what I was asking about the lifestyle thing now. So now you're surrounded by a group of ballers. Like, your friends are also all crushing it. And you guys, you're all young. You like to have fun. You like to kind of do whatever the hell you want. I mean, what does that look like? Like, is everything you thought it was going to be and more? Is it like you're now like, okay, what's the next level? Are you just kind of enjoying where you're at in the moment?
So here's the cool thing about my friend group right now. We're all getting a little older. Like we're not old yet.
I get
we're
what
not in
you're
our
saying.
30s, but like we're getting to the point where it's like it's just getting a lot more serious.
Yep.
Yeah.
And dude, all like for the back half of 2023 and most of 2024, we just fucked off. Like we did exactly what you just talked about, where it's like we kind of just spent a shit ton of money, went out 2, 3, 4 nights a week, like saw everything, went to parties, like did everything. We traveled around a little bit. Right now, I'm more locked in than I've ever been. So is Ben. So is Jimmy. Like he's got some shit he needs to do. Danny's going for an exit. Miles going for an exit. Like everybody who's like in my life right now, like we're all hermits, which is actually good. And especially because I live with Ben too. So like we don't drive our cars. We don't really go out that much unless it's like on a date with our girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're not like leaving the house. Like all we want to do is just get like phenomenally rich over the next like year and a half, which like we're doing. And like we both understand that like it's not impressive to be 26 with like 2 mil.
Yeah.
It's just not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm 26 now. He's going to be 25 in 2 months or a month. And so like we're both looking at our bank accounts and we're like, yo man, like we should be like so much further along than we are right now. Like we should be past 8 figures. And so like that's why everyone's like a little bit more urgent right now. All because like, dude, I want to have kids in a couple of years. Like I want to have a family.
Dude, he's married.
You're married?
I'm married and I'm gonna have a kid in the next probably 18 months. So I'm the same as you right now. Like, I mean, I have been just like all singular focus is literally just my wife and my business. I mean, that's
How old
it.
are you?
24.
You're 24?
Yep.
Are you from, where are you from?
Chicago.
Damn. Okay,
He lives
24.
kind of near Philip, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
Phil Karch and I grew up. I mean, he's 4 years younger than me or whatever, 3 years younger than me, but we grew up 25 minutes away from each other.
Damn. Okay. I was asking because like it's rare to find someone who's getting married is at your age, but not like rural.
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys are
no,
from
definitely
South.
not rural. I mean, we're from the suburbs of Chicago, but I mean, there was 6,000 people in my high school. Like, we're not rural.
Damn.
Yes,
It's a big high school.
exactly.
That must
So
have been lit.
we were high school sweethearts, or I was in high school. She was in college when we started dating. Dated for 5 years. We were engaged for a year. Now I've been married for over a year. So
Wait, she was in high school, you were in college?
I was in high school. She was in college. So she's
Okay.
older than me. Yeah, she's a year and change older.
When you were a freshman, she was like a junior, right?
No, she was 1 year and 1 grade above me in school, but a little over a year older than me. And when I was a junior in high school, she was a senior, and I mean, I was just like obsessed with her. But
Yeah.
you know, very like as a friend, like, you know. And then she graduated. She had this lame ass boyfriend. She dumped him when she graduated high school, and then I slid in her DMs over that summer, basically. And then we hung out over the summer, started dating, and now 7 years later, we're married. And she's asking me when I'll get her pregnant so she can just put her feet up and chill out forever. So
Let's go, man.
yeah, man. So that, I mean, we were on a different timeline, right? It was so obvious. She's the woman of my dreams. I was like, what do I have to wait for? You know? So we just got married.
I love that. That's good, man.
Thank you, brother. And yeah, like I said, it's for me, it's like make her happy and pave the way for my 5 children.
So you have a why. You're at a point right now where it's like you don't want to like raise 5 children in a 2,000 square foot apartment.
Nope.
You want a 5,000 square foot crib.
Yes.
We're like probably a little up north. You want to stay in Florida?
I'm not sure yet. I love the Carolinas as well. I got to say somewhere warm, right? That's one thing I don't think I could leave at this point. I also love like the Nashville, Tennessee area. You know, we're kind of looking at a whole bunch of places, but yeah, we're going to be somewhere warm. I want to, you know, buy a car for all my kids on their 16th birthday, right? I want them to be able to go to college if they want to go to college.
Yeah. I want to be the rich dad.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to be like the regular dad that kind of like, dude, I have, especially being in South Florida, you meet a lot of people who have dads that can pretty much buy anything. I don't like, if I have a son like that, I don't want my son to be. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
There's a guy that I see anytime I go to one of like the sort of big events, like whether it's Fashion Week in New York or Art Basel here, or I saw him in Monaco as well. He's always, I don't want to say his name because he might see this, but he's like fairly well known, and his dad like does something with planes.
Okay.
And this guy's just a freak show. Like he lives in this like, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. He lives in this like 50 grand a month penthouse in New York. He wears like this gold like suit jacket, like actual gold.
Holy shit.
Wherever he goes, and I always forget what he looks like. And then I see him and I'm like, yo, what up, man? And then we talk for a little bit and he talks about like where he's been and like how much money he's spent of his parents. And then it always ends with like him offering me ketamine, and I'm always like, man, I'm good. I appreciate it though. And he's like, all right. And then he goes and does ketamine, and then I see him like at the next Art Basel or whatever the fuck. So like there's people like that where I'm like, okay, like nah.
Yeah.
But dude, I want to be like mega breaded. Like I want to be like
you're gonna be the dad that has like all the homies, like all the boys come over to the crib or whatever. Like you're gonna be
yes.
You know the guy who has he's like, he makes TikToks of him like cooking stuff for his family, and he's got a Blackstone in the back.
Blackstone grill.
And he's just like he's just a man's man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I want that. Maybe a little more money.
Yeah.
I think he lives fairly humbly, but I mean he's done well in his life.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's what I want, dude. And that's where I'm at now, where it's like I just am not super excited about like just like flexing harder. Of course I will flex. It'll just be in different ways. But
that's the perfect way to put it. Being able to have 5 kids and they all have a nice car, you know, on their 16th, and they all go to whatever school they want, and their friends want to come over to your house because it's so sick, and you guys have the best snacks, and you have a sweet ass yard and a pool and all this shit. Like that's a way bigger flex than a watch. That's a way bigger, like that's a generational flex. Like you're also giving your children an experience that no one else in this world can give them other than you. Like that to me is the highest calling, is like just to provide the best possible life for my wife, my unborn children, and then take care of my parents. And I have a younger sister too. She's gonna do just fine on her own, but like, you know, be a blanket, be a umbrella for her if she ever needs anything as well. But yeah, I'm the same. Like I think at this point, even at 24 right now, I just don't really have any interest in spending my money on things that are just for a sense of flash, you know? I mean, I will never fault anyone else for how they spend their money. It's your fucking money. Spend it however you want. That doesn't affect me. But I'm also just not going to be the person that just falls into the trap of like, oh, because I need a X car to be seen as cool. I mean, one of the worst pieces of fucking advice I just got was from someone, my friend, Kellen. Love you, Kellen, if you watch this. But I mean, he was like, I remember 18 months ago, or no, not even, like 9 months ago, and I was really just getting some good steam with business, and like what we were doing was working really well. We're starting to scale a lot, and he's like, bro, you gotta go out and you gotta buy a sports car and you gotta go buy a Rolex and you gotta go buy all this shit, because like then people will take you seriously, right?
It was like backseat driving.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that with a grain of salt, whatever. Didn't do any of it, did my own thing, and now we had him on the podcast 2 days ago, and he's like, I sold all my materialistic stuff. The only thing that matters to me is God and my relationship with my family and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, bro, like just.
So he lost a bunch of money.
I have no idea.
That's
Unfortunately,
always what it is, bro.
It does sound like it.
You no longer care about cars and watches and you turn to God?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, you have less than 100 grand in your name, bro. That's always how it is. Every time I hear something like that, and listen, like I want more people to turn to God.
Of course.
Like, you do not have to like decide that like supercars and like RMs are like the devil trying to tempt you. It's like, dude, it's still cool.
Yes.
Totally. You know what I mean? And like once I hit,
I said, plus they hold value too. Like
they can hold value. I lost every watch that I've sold, I've lost money on. So I don't know. But anyway, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I plan on buying like a nice RM, like by
for sure
at the end. Once we do what I think we're gonna do this month, and it'll be like my little treat to myself.
A little treat. I love it. That's boy math right there. Get yourself a little treat. That's an RM. That's fucking sick, bro.
It's a big treat, but it'll be worth it because every time I've talked about like every time I hit like certain milestones in business, like big ones, like I'll buy a watch. Like my first Rolex I bought for my first 100K month, which was sounds crazy to think about, but like 3 years ago now.
Wow. So, okay, that gives me a perfect segue, because what I really want to get into, and what I'm sure the audience, and even if the audience doesn't, sorry guys, I'm not really worried about you today, but I want to talk about info, bro. Like I want to talk about, Copy MBA. I want to talk about you are really well tapped into the space, not just because you know everyone, but you're a veteran. Like, you've been in the game a long time. I mean, you've been on the leaderboards in terms of production for 3 years, clearly. So, what has that been like? And we even said off camera, we're not going to name names, but there's a lot of posers, there's a lot of people in the industry who are falling off. You even made a video not long ago.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
And you were like what did you say? Like the top half of info, or the top 10% of info is going to just absorb all the money that the bottom 90%, because they're just going to fall off to nothing. And then the people at the top are just going to get everyone because they have the best product, they have the best marketing, they have the most eyeballs, and that's just that. I mean, what do you see in the info landscape right now? Like everything is changing from our perspective.
Yeah, dude, I'm like shocked at what's going on. Like info used to be like the mecca. Like if you have an audience, like just to put in perspective how easy it used to be, I used to make a TikTok a day back in 2023. We would fill a webinar every single week with new people. We would go for about 50 minutes and I would pitch for 20 minutes. So a 50-minute training, 20-minute pitch, and we would do anywhere between 40 and 75 grand in like an hour.
You were nice with it though.
With the Webbies?
I remember like those videos, like you would yap about something and then like midway through the video be like free class, link in bio, whatever. And then
that was like my shit.
It was method, bro.
Yeah, no, that was my thing. But yeah, so that I could do that. So that was weekly, every single week, and then we would upsell all like 20% of those people into the high ticket thing.
Yeah,
and like it was like a TikTok a day into between 300 and 600 grand a month. Back in 2023.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
300 to 600 grand a month.
Yeah. And then it was easy because like I got to spend all the time like inside the actual community. that was the other thing too, where it's like now people promote so much they don't actually like do any of the
that's true.
You know what I mean?
You
Fulfillment.
have to spend so much time just making content, making ads, making
Yeah, so like, and I think from the beginning I did the products right. Like I've always had quite a bit of overhead, like paying coaches and like just giving people as many resources as possible. Like for at one point, like we were doing a bunch of promo to like get people to come and hire our copywriters too. Like we were like spending thousands a week on like newsletter ads to like promote in people's newsletters to like basically hire our guys. So like I've always been like a product guy, but anyway, sorry, to digress, it used to be really, really easy. And because no one was doing it.
Yeah.
And then, and I kind of explained this, I did a YouTube, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was me, Ben, and Sanjay. We were sitting on the couch and we were just talking about like the state of info.
Yeah.
But what happened was like, I definitely wasn't in the first cohort of like course sellers or info guys, but I was early.
You were.
And what happened is like me and Tom Cruise and Will Rivera and whoever else was sort of back in like 2023 doing stuff like that, they created like hundreds of students who did really well and then went on to build their own shit.
Yeah.
And then all of those people start selling stuff online. And now there's just so many options. Like, dude,
You're like an info
all of my
seller
competitors are students of mine. Except for Tyson 4D. I actually respect Tyson 4D for that reason. But everyone else, they're all like guys that were in my shit.
Dude,
do you actually have a lot of competition though? Because I don't see
now. No,
because I only see
we're
like
far and away. Like it's over. Like it's over.
And honestly, I don't even really see people like on my For You pages or anything that's even talking about copywriting. Like that's one thing. I mean, we've had the same thing. We have students who have come through and then they're like, oh, I'm going to go start my own offer. What, like, you know, that happens. And I wouldn't consider any of them to be our competition, but there are established competitors to us. I have never genuinely, I don't think I've ever seen, even this Tyson guy you just mentioned, I've never even heard of him.
Shout out Tyson 4D. He's a good kid. But yeah, I mean, cause that's the thing, dude. Like right now, like we're spending 11 grand a day on a call funnel.
Wow. Holy shit, bro.
That's not even crazy. There are people spending 100. But we're spending 11 grand a day. We're getting about 13, 14 million impressions a month. And like, that's more than I could ever get with organic. If I posted 5 times a day and I had 5 bangers every single day, I don't think I could get 12, 13 million impressions.
No way.
Across all platforms. And now we can just buy that and flip it into money. I don't think that organic is as effective as it was. I think like you need to have like a real solid standalone offer that isn't hitting the people who are like in market for make money online. None of the people who we're working with now and actually helping people, like helping get results, are like 18 to 24-year-old, like, I need to make money online. I don't want to have a boss.
I love that.
Like,
man.
they're like traditional, like they work corporate jobs and they're like, yeah, I'm sick of this. Like, I want to change careers, basically.
That's like our avatar.
That is exactly. We made the change. Now, you know, instead of spending 11 grand on a call funnel, we're spending 1/10 of that. But nonetheless, it is the exact same thing. We've completely switched the avatar. We've moved away from the 18 to 24-year-old. You know, I would say the average age of the last, because we do a direct equity partnership. You come into our program, we own equity in your company. We build the company for you. We train you to run it, and then we own equity in the company, right? So we now own equity in 40 home service businesses across the U.S. and Canada, and it'll be 100 by the end of the year minimum.
That's a great model.
And you know,
that makes a lot of sense.
That's
revenue.
And we own 5% rev share in all of them. We own 5% of the equity on the exit. We own everything.
That's awesome.
Now so we're like, it's a slower thing for us. We don't get 100 students a month. We get 10, but we own equity in all the companies.
Right.
Now on the flip side, we switched away from the model the same way you did into paid traffic, focus on even the content we produce. I pretty much strictly produce value content. I don't want to produce lifestyle content that attracts a 21-year-old who's like, can I make 10K this month if I start? It's like, no, you can't. Like, we're building a home service business. It's going to take 30 days to get this live. I need you to understand that you're building a real business, and this is the infrastructure you need to actually have a skill set, all this stuff. Now, the average age of our partners, probably 42.
Perfect.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
Half of our partners have kids. More than half of them have kids. You know, they have spouses. They have corporate careers. They're like, yeah, I've been in corporate finance for 15 years. I want to be my own boss. Beautiful. Beautiful. And like we've done the exact same thing. Now, do you think that is really what's killing the info? Because in my opinion, what's killing the info space is horrible products. People are just selling shit on sticks. And then the fact that the number one consumer for most info products is 18 to 22-year-old kids, and it just pushes chargeback rate through the roof. It just pushes, the fulfillment, no matter, even if you do have good fulfillment, they still can't figure it out because they're 18-year-old kids and they can't even get their head out of their ass long enough to go and learn the skill and do the thing. I mean, that's where I feel like info is just why that 90% on the bottom is just like disappearing into nothing.
Yeah, I think it's really, so yeah, people aren't as, you can't get someone to just like buy shit like they used to anymore.
Yep.
I think people are a little bit jaded, and I think it was definitely you guys where it was like you hopped on a sales call and then they just told you like, oh yeah, the price is $5,000, and then they handle your objection and you kind of just did it, but you didn't even know it was going to be, you know what I mean? Like people are wise to that now. And I think there's just like, there's just a shit ton of competition, bro.
Yep.
But also like what I like about your guys' model is that you guys like have basically service put into it, where it's like, come to us if you want to actually build this business. It's going to require an investment, but like we'll build it with you.
Yeah.
Like we're actually going to get our hands dirty and do it.
Yep.
We're not selling you a $500 course. We're doing it with you.
Yes.
That is, so again, we can talk names off air, but there's a guy right now who's doing $5 million a month who you guys definitely know who it is. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. You guys know who it is. And their PIF is 24,500.
Yep.
It's a
Holy
done
shit.
for you like business model where like they're partnering with you. $5 million a month. And it's crazy because it like, bro, more people opt for that than for the 5 or 6K thing that they have, which is like basically the coaching.
Plus, like in our messaging, we just make it very clear cut that it's like it's $10,000, and like just emphasizing in the messaging how much like the actual licensing setup is, and like that it's actually like a done with you business. Like it just attracts the older people that actually have 10K. Like the 18 to 22-year-olds, like that entire demographic, I feel like has just been exhausted, which is why no one else is doing good in coaching right now. And the people that are actually targeting the older demographic, the corporate America people, even real estate or sales reps that just hate their life, that are at an age where they can stomach the career shift, like that's the demographic that hasn't been exhausted yet, where you can just try to really...
And just not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think like I'm not the best marketer. I'm not the best salesperson. I'm definitely not the best operator. I'm not even a numbers guy. Yeah. You're thinking, what the fuck is this guy good at?
Copywriting?
No, my thing is I think I'm a really good communicator. And I think one of my strengths has always been getting people who are not in market to want to do my thing. Because I used to also not be in market. Like we started talking about where it's like, I didn't want to be the entrepreneur guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to make 50, 60, 70K a year just in less time. I would, instead of, because maybe I could make 20, 30, 40K a month if I wanted to work a full week. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to work a chill week and optimize for lifestyle and just make whatever money. That's a lot of people. There are, of course, people that want to make $1 million a year in their first year of business and they're willing to work 60-hour weeks, but most people don't want to do that. And so back on TikTok, 2-3 years ago, that was kind of the message that I was putting out. And we brought a lot of new people in that weren't like jaded by like, I bought 8 courses already. And also now with ads where it's like, we're not targeting, like the e-commerce audience that wants to like build a dropshipping business. These people are cold to everything. And they're just like, oh, this all makes sense.
Yes.
AI makes sense. Like this is something I would want to do. And so like, that's why I think like we've been able to sort of sustain, like, dude, we've been around a while.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses, like you got to like reinvent yourself. You got to like rework the entire offer or like, I don't know, man. Like we've been running this since like April of 2023. Pretty much the same offer. The only thing we did was add AI because now it's relevant and it's actually useful.
Yeah.
AI just wasn't useful.
That was this year too, right?
That was in February, yeah.
February.
So just AI just wasn't that good up until when I added it,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at now. And dude, we're not even close to done. Like so the number I love to talk about with info guys, so your price is 10K.
Yep.
Do you guys think that there are 10,000 people in the United States and Canada, apparently, since you guys are selling to Canadians, that would want to build a home service business?
Absolutely.
10,000 people.
Yeah.
That's $100 million for you guys.
Yeah.
$100 million.
Yep.
In info.
Yes.
No exit, 100
No
million
rev
in
share.
like in high cash flow,
Yeah.
right? Ours is 5.
But
Are there 20,000 people?
I was
that
just
could-
gonna say,
like,
there might be
you know what I mean?
100,000 people that want to do copywriting.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
And so all we got to do is spend enough money to find those people, and we'll be good. Like I don't have any plans on like slowing down. Like of course things are gonna have to change. Like in 3 years, like maybe AI won't be as hot anymore, and it can be other tools that can make your life even easier, or there's something else that you can offer to these businesses. But dude, I plan on doing this for a minute. I plan on doing it myself. I still have clients.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't even make sense for me to have clients financially, but I do it because I love the game, and also because like, what kind of AI copywriting coach would I be if I didn't have fucking AI copywriting?
Dude,
So how big is your sales team? If you have, that much spend.
We have 6 closers now. It's kind of weird because like one guy's new, about 2 or 3 weeks in, and he's not really killing it. One guy's really new, just started yesterday, but he's a pro. Like he came in, he was like some random guy. The other guy was like a setter that we kind of called up.
Yep.
But I have like 4 like mega strong closers right now, and I think probably 8 or 10 dialers. I don't even know.
Wow. Yeah, we actually had a funny talking point planned. One of your closers who you fired came over to our offer. His name's Brandon Burris, if you remember him.
Oh, I remember that.
And you gave him a sales quota. He missed it, whatever, to make a long story short. And so you were like, hey, if you don't sell this much this month, you're out, right? I mean, you're a closer. That's
First
your
of all,
job.
I didn't do this.
Oh, you
Philip,
didn't?
No, I don't.
Oh, the sales
I
manager
barely
did that.
Philip did.
Yeah, got it.
Not to throw Philip under the bus, but he is a sales manager.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
incredible at everything. And so so what happened?
And so you let him go, or he was let go, and then he sent you an email or a text or something saying like, hey, I'm still owed like $350 for this thing I didn't get paid, and you made a video or a tweet and you shared it, and your response to him was like, if you want the $350, I'll send it to you, but you have to write me a 350-word email like explaining why I should send
an apology to Philip.
Oh, an apology to Philip. That's
To
what
Philip.
it was.
I didn't need it. So that was this was like a year ago now, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even remember why, bro. But I think he did something that was really fucked up. He kind of put us in a bad position.
Ah, okay.
And we owed him $350. And yeah, I said like, yeah, dude, I'm happy to pay you the money, but this is like what you need to do. Like, be a man about it, And he didn't do it. So
Really?
whatever. His $350 is mine now. I put it in the stock market. I've turned it into $350,000. So
There you go.
yeah, no, I'm fucking. But yeah, okay. So he works with you guys now.
No, he did. We don't actually have any sales team right now. It's just crazy. We take all of our own sales calls. We just are really, really rigid with who even gets put on a call, and they have to say 5 different times, yes, I have $10,000. Yes, I understand that's the price. Yes, I understand that's the price. And by the time we get on the call with them, it's just like, here it is. Let's start. So we do all of our own stuff right now. I think eventually we will build a sales team back out.
If you guys are gonna spend money on ads, like you have to.
Yeah, and we
like
do
our-
spend enough.
Our thing right now is like we do all the fulfillment for these businesses because we have revenue share in them, and like
So we just don't want someone else to do it wrong.
like our actual play.
Well, yeah,
is-
no, that's fine. But you don't have to take your own calls though, do you?
That's the issue we're having right now. Is like people, because they attribute everything to me and John. We do all the fulfillment, we make all the content, we do everything, and because we pitch it as a direct partnership. Hey, we own equity in your company. We are a direct partner with you. When we actually are the ones that get on the sales calls, people are just like, holy shit, like this really is a partnership.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be fucking laydowns every single time. Like, yeah, if you have people that say 8 times that they have the money and they've been following you for a year and they're talking to you on the phone and you like
Yeah.
give them a hand job under the table once they pay.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
yeah, they're gonna close.
Yeah.
But like the challenge, and this is the most fun challenge in business,
Yeah.
is to get people who didn't know you on Tuesday to pay you on Friday.
Yeah.
That's the whole fun of it. Like, whereas like if you guys, like you have to build systems around it. And now, like, cause I used to take my own calls too. Like back in the day when we launched, the offer price is $3K. It was literally an email to past purchasers, people who had already been through Copy MBA. I said, hey, opening a couple spots for an inner circle that I just made up right now. If you want to join, join, here's the link to book a call. I would get on a call with them and I'd be like, so what'd you think of my TikTok yesterday? And they'd be like, oh yeah, it was great. I'd be like, do you want to pay me $3,000? Like, of course it was a laydown. And I went 30 for 31. There's only one dude I didn't pay. His name was Max, and I still remember him, and I'm never
It's
gonna
like 3
forget him.
wacky numbers on the back, expiration.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, but like that goes away. And so now, like people who are joining now don't even know, like they call me Cardinal. They think my name is Cardinal. They don't know who I am. They're like, yeah, I saw that Cardinal guy's ad and I watched the VSL and it looks great. Yeah, just, here's the money. And they give it to some stranger and then they join the program and then they get paid. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So that's the best part about business, because like you guys could have this where like all you got to do is work on product. Yeah. And even then you could still hire people that can like do some of this work for you, because I'm sure if you're doing it for 40 businesses, it's usually pretty much the same thing.
It is, for the most part.
For sales, my first thought is like, why even if they're going to pay you 10 grand, like why even let them converse with you and get a piece of your brain before they've wired the money,
Yeah. I mean, our pivot that we're probably going to do is build out the sales team and then lower the offer from 10K to 5K and then have zero.
You don't have to do that.
No, but like this is the thing. Zero one-on-one fulfillment. We get the rev share. We get the 5%. We have our LTV with like all like getting everything set up for them from like the CRM, scheduling platform.
So you're saying it'd be way too much work if you kept the one-on-one stuff.
We physically can only take on like 10
a month.
Don't you have any successful students that you could just put in that role?
We do.
We're working on it.
We're working on it right now. The problem is, and it's not a problem. They're like, okay, wait, if I'm going to do all this, I know how much you're making on the back end. I know this and this and this. So, we run into issues where everyone feels underpaid all the time. We've brought fulfillment
people. Tell them to go start
in,
their own then. Like
right?
I've never had that.
Really?
Dude, yes. I'm always very intentional about showing everybody on my team, like how much work I have to fucking do and how long it's taken. And like, dude, I have affiliates that are like also coaches, and they have, small audiences on Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
And I say like, yo, here's the affiliate structure. Like it's very generous. Like
what is it?
Okay. So I don't want to say it.
That's fine.
Yeah, fine.
But there's like potential for them to make like multiple tens of thousands a month if they can drive the traffic. Like for example, if they hit 100K, they would make like over 50% the way it's structured in tiered.
Wow. Okay.
I've had this since February. I don't think I've had a single affiliate do more than 20 in a month. So it's like, if you want to do what I do, go and be my guest. Like, go make content. Go, build a business. Like, you're gonna see like it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I would challenge him to do it.
We need to do it. We need to just figure it out and stop beating around the bush. I think
you hired Sanjay. He's gonna make you guys billionaires.
Well, that's what we need to do. We paid him for more of like one-off consultation, and now we probably just need to bring him on board and let him take over some stuff.
I would do it. What Sanjay's done for us. Okay, so we started working with Sanjay in June of last year. So way back. And it took a while for us to figure out the best arrangement. Because at first, like Sanjay was like writing my copy for me.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
He's a really good media buyer though. And so like we have Sanjay who's constantly paying attention to what's actually happening inside the Facebook ads library. And so he's kind of like the button pusher and also like the mastermind behind like how we should position certain campaigns and stuff. But like I'm still writing the copy. I'm still the marketing. Like I'm still doing most of the front facing stuff. And Sanjay and I brainstorm on that. And like, bro, we 4X'd from February to last month, and we're gonna 5X from February to this month.
Wow. That is ridiculous.
We're on a rocket ship right now. Like it's actually insane.
And you're not talking a 4X from 10K to 40K. You're talking multi-sixes being added easily.
Yeah, we hit a bit of a dry spell end of last year, beginning of this year. It was like pretty like pathetic and slow.
Dude, I felt like everyone in info did. Like beginning of this year for us was like, it was crickets.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't get anyone across the line. I don't know what it was, but
yeah. Did you guys notice so we noticed from like maybe end of October to end of February was like nobody had like the actual drive or motivation. Like there was no intent. These buyers had zero intent.
Yes.
I don't know why that was.
That was literally when we fell off, October.
That was
but we
exact
also
same thing.
Started like a Christmas light.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if you saw
we did a
that.
bunch of side quests at the end of last year, and they were awesome and like gave us a great proof of concept. I mean, we got to a point. I'm kind of like you with where you're like, I own home service businesses that sometimes it does not make sense for me to own them, like because they just relatively it doesn't make sense. But what type of home service business expert would I be if I don't have a home service business? So I still own some of them. And then we had people being like, oh, you don't actually know how to do this. You're not actually that, you're making money selling info, not doing this. And So just as a stupid side quest, I was like, all right, I've never done Christmas light installation. I'm going to just go literally completely shooting in the dark, watch some YouTube videos, ask a couple people some questions. And we made like 110K in like 7 weeks on like a brand new fucking thing and documented the whole thing on YouTube and Instagram and all that. And that was basically our way of like giving the middle finger to people that were saying like, oh, you don't actually know the industry. Now we've, come back around to something more scalable and whatnot. But we had a fun little side quest at the end of last year.
Now we could launch an offer on that if we wanted to.
Yeah, and now we have the proof of concept for that business too. Like we know everything, we know the ins and outs of it.
Christmas lights MBA, dude.
Dude, we could literally run the same thing.
We actually tried selling an offer while we were doing it last year, and we called it Christmas Cartel.
Christmas Cartel. Yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah,
the name. Yeah.
homage to the one and only.
Yes. And we didn't have any proof of concept at the time, but something else I do want to talk about, and it's actually stuck with me a little bit. And, I know you said right now you're transitioning really heavily into paid, but it's pretty undeniable that a large part of your like rise into where Copy MBA is and your personal brand and all that is what you told me that night, if you remember, when I ran into you when I was doing the vlog. And I said, yo, like this is Cardinal Mason. Like what's one piece of advice, or like how did you do it? How did you get to where you're at right now? And that was even like 5 months ago?
That was in March.
Okay, yeah. And you were like massive audience. Like that was the only thing you said. You're like just a massive audience. And I think really like you mentioned, that in the beginning was everything. Now you have the paid element and you're really like figuring out how to run this like a real business, not really like just, okay, I get lots of TikTok views and let's monetize that, because it's not that simple anymore. But I mean, what has the content creation side of this been able to do for you? Was that really the lever in the beginning? And do you enjoy creating content? Do you enjoy like that side of it? Or is it just kind of like, all right, it's on my to-do list. I'm the face of the brand. I got to make content. I got to do this type of stuff.
Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie. There is absolutely nothing I loathe more than having to make a piece of content when I don't want to make a piece of content. Sometimes I want to. Sometimes I have, like just a good idea for a video or something I want to talk about or something that I think would do well, and it does well. Those are the videos that do well. But when I'm forcing it, I never have like a banger TikTok that like just goes to 1 million views where I'm like, okay, fuck, gotta make a video. And I feel like that's what a lot of people do. And that's why they don't get views. And like, that's low key why like I haven't really been like, I haven't had a viral TikTok in I don't remember how long. I don't remember. I think the last one that did well was when I was like talking about Samuel Anuha, which like, I didn't even think it was gonna do that. And people were literally just like saying like, why do you feel bad for this guy? Like, he dealt drugs or something. Like that was what all the comments were. It wasn't even people that were rallying with him or with me. So it was like some bullshit video. And like now for business, what I love about paid is that like I can get exactly the type of person I want through the door. So like in that period of time when from like basically October to February, when you guys were like kind of going through it, everyone was kind of going through it. Yeah. Like, didn't you just wish that you could just like press a button and like you just get the exact avatar who you can help? Like, don't you just wish that you could have like John Smith, 41 years old, 800 grand in the bank, wants to turn it into 5 mil by the time he's 50 or something like that. Like, don't you wish that you could get that guy instead of like Tim Bob, 17 years old from Nigeria? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, like what the fuck? How am I supposed to help you? Like, so like, that's how I see ads now. And like, dude, like a lot of people are like, oh, paid is so hard because people are really cold and like you're always gonna have better performance metrics with your organic audience. That's not even true. That's not even true. So like we have insight, we have like basically data enrichment. It's very expensive. But we have data enrichment into all the people who are coming into the funnel. As soon as they book a call, we get quite a bit of information on them. And
Sanjay told me about that.
Yeah, I don't even want to say it on the pod.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get that too.
But
it's crazy, bro.
Dude. Yeah, it's $3 a lead, but it's so worth it. We're giving them like 20 grand a month now.
Because that's a lot of leads.
It's a fuck ton of leads.
Yeah.
But anyway, the people that are coming from ads, specifically one campaign,
okay,
are like just it's better than anyone I've ever gotten from from TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. And we're doing it because like I'm doing organic now because it helps nurture people and I want them to know more about me. I don't want people coming into my funnel going like, who's that guy? Cardinal Colton or whatever the fuck his name is. Like I want people to know who I am. That's why I write emails every day. That's why I'm for the month of August, I'm trying to do a short form video a day. I'm trying to go, I just posted on YouTube today. So I'm doing like a video a week. I want there to be a little bit of like connection where it's like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Cause I also think that breeds longevity, but like, to go back to what you were saying, where it's like just make a shit ton of content, that's how you can make money. If you have a huge lever where you have, a couple hundred on TikTok, a couple hundred on Instagram, and then whatever, 100 on YouTube, like Brez right now.
Yep.
And listen, I'm not gonna sit here just like jack Brez off, because like, dude, I like the kid. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
He's a cool kid. And everyone already knows he's doing well.
Yeah.
But like he's in a position where he can do whatever he wants, bro. He could sell info if he wants, which obviously I think is the best vehicle, especially for him because he's really good at communicating to that. Yep. But like, dude, he could start a brand. He could start streaming. He could get a fucking Twitch deal and get, 10 million a year if he keeps growing.
Yeah.
Like he could do whatever he wants. He has infinite options. It's a skill that like, if you're gonna like try and get really, really fucking good at anything, if you're like 18, 19 years old, I mean, yeah, obviously, like you could get really good at media buying and just be like sort of like a tweaker business guy if you want to do that, like do e-com or info or affiliate or whatever. But if you want to also kind of have some fun, like, dude, back in the heyday of like, this is probably like mid to late 2023, dude, I was getting recognized everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I understand that I've fallen off now. And listen, when people say that, they're like, yo, Cardinal fell off. It's like, dude, I don't even mind because I did. You know what I mean? I'm getting old. Like, I'm not exciting anymore. I'm not like 21 with a Lambo. I don't care.
Dude.
Like, dude, I'm doing my own thing right now. And again, I've been a hermit.
But you
like,
also don't want your like 40-year-olds that are paying through cold to see you like doing like the shit like that too. Like,
no, I do. Because they want that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like it's still high testosterone dudes. It's not like a bunch of liberals that are like, you went to the club and you objectified a woman at the club. Her dress is too short. Like, I don't want people like that. I want guys who are kind of like you guys, but they just haven't found business yet.
Yep.
Like 25 to 35, they're maybe in finance. And they're like, yo, I don't want to work 60 hours a week, dude. I want to like go and do this. They're already doing a bunch of drugs. They're already doing all the fun stuff. They just get to see me do it. And it's just, I have a little bit more money and I have a little bit more free time because I don't work 60 hours a week. I work 20 or more right now. But for the, you know what I mean? So it's like,
absolutely.
I feel like it still helps. And like, I don't feel the need to be like overly corporate.
Yeah.
I still want to have fun.
I think like, I agree with you 100%. I always feel like when I'm trying to make content that is like focused on views, it's just disingenuous. I'm just like making content to tick a box. Like, dude, when I make like a video that like I have a really catchy hook, like I'm like, bro, I am such a fucking loser.
You know what's
like,
the
I am
worst,
such
though?
a loser.
You know what's worse than that? Because like getting views for views is all right. Like sometimes you just have like a funny ass idea. It's like completely unrelated.
Yeah.
You know what's the worst though? And there's a guy he's hanging on by a thread. And you know, we talked about it before.
Okay, yeah,
like
I already know who you're talking about.
Where every video is a fucking sales video. And like every TikTok, 10 TikToks a day where it's like, here's why you should buy my course.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, we know why we should buy your course. We should buy it because you got 20 grand left. And you're more, you know what I mean? Like that's disingenuous where it's like, you're like basically begging for views so that you can make money.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you can smell the desperation through the screen. I would rather like be working on business or whatever. And like, let's say most of it's from ads or like I'm getting a lot of stuff on YouTube. So like, I don't need to make TikToks or Instagrams, reels about my business. Mm-hmm. And I just like, I don't know. I do like little travel vlogs or I do pranks. I would never do prank videos, but like, you know what I mean?
Something like that. Just something fun.
Yeah. But like, dude, once I start seeing like the desperate, like, man, you guys are gonna be poor if you don't, you know what I mean? Like that's like
CTAs, like daily.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like the fall of an empire where it's like, dude, like, yeah, once you start like shaming people for not having enough balls to buy a course where it's like, nobody wants to invest in themselves. It's like, oh, I know where this is going.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Dude, it is crazy. It feels very, it does feel desperate. That's really the only word for it. It's
sad.
It is. It's just like, I mean, it's funny. I'm probably my own biggest enemy because I don't hard sell anyone, right? And I take half of our closing calls. And somebody gets on the phone and they're like, well, I don't know. This doesn't really seem like it's worth time. I'm like, all right, like, have a good day. Like, leave the call. Because the last thing I'm going to do is sit here and beg someone to give me their money. Like, I just do not give a fuck if you pay me or not. My bills are going to be paid regardless. And if I have to beg you, oh, please opt into the funnel here, please. Like, oh my God, I can't do it.
And listen, like, we've all been there.
Of course.
Where it's like, okay, Money Monday, let's go. You look at the calendar and it's like, you got 3 calls in the calendar tomorrow. You're like, fuck, dude, fuck, I gotta fill this calendar. How do I fill a calendar? All right, I'm gonna make a TikTok. I'm gonna talk about how great the business model is. I'm gonna put a comment call to action. I literally did this the other day, but it wasn't, I just kind of do it for shits now. I don't need Instagram at all. But like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna have many chat working overtime. I'm gonna have my DMs that are in there. We're gonna get 20 calls. And then you post that at 10 a.m. It's 3 p.m. You haven't booked any calls yet. You're like, yo, we're fucked.
It's like,
I gotta put a story. Yeah, text blast. They're sending the email, 20% off. I was like, dude, like there's nothing worse than being in that position. For anybody who like, okay, let's talk to the info guys real quick. If you're an info guy and you're in the position, here's what you need. You need to switch up the offer. You need to stop thinking so short term. You need to focus on product a little bit more, and you need to figure out how you're going to be profitable with ads. What you got to do. And you're going to have to hunker down for a little bit. If your offer is not working, like if you're in that position that I just talked about, switch it up, add more stuff, add more service, hire more people. You have to basically bite the bullet and be like less profitable for like 4 months before you like really crack it. And then all of a sudden you're off to the races and you're making $1 million a month again. You're chilling.
You got to lean into God a little bit too.
Start No, just pray to God, dude. Like there's been like weeks or months where I'm like, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, dude, none of my team doesn't give a shit that like whatever, you know, like it's just me and God. And I'm just like in bed every night. I'm like, God, please put 10 calls in my calendar.
You're like, please let this creative hit. Please.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? He listens and it works.
He does. God is good all the time, man.
Let's talk about that for a sec. Are you guys religious?
Yes. Very, yes.
I'm trying to be like more religious.
You're trying to be?
Yeah, like I'm just like I'm praying.
I love that. That's good.
Because I think John is religious.
I'm not
he's
like,
trynot to practice more. I think is probably the best way of like actually being active in his religion.
You're getting into Judaism?
What?
You're getting into Judaism?
No.
You're not Jewish?
No.
Oh.
You thought it was Jewish?
No, I'm fucking. Nah. Huh? Are you Jewish? Oh.
But yeah, no, we go to like. I actually asked you before we started this. I was like, "Are you Jewish?" Because I just want to make sure that.
Why? Because you have like 50 Jew jokes ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not Jewish. Go let him rip.
No, we will.
Yeah, we'll ease our way into that. But you were saying you were asking about.
Yeah, no, I'm curious about like how you guys see that. Like I you know, when I think of God, I think of basically anything good that's ever happened in business. Like I've always sort of seen something coming. Like I've always gotten this, like sort of a sign first before it happens. I want to know like kind of how you guys think about it, like how you guys pray or like what that kind of means to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I've been a Christian my whole life. I have believed in God my whole life. I was raised in the church, but I really kind of got estranged from God when I was in my later years of high school, beginning of college.
Same.
It wasn't so much that like I didn't believe in God. It was just that I thought like God was it was like a Xbox 360. Like, you know, I could go in the basement, turn it on when I wanted, maybe play some games, have some fun with it. But like, it wasn't something I used every day. Like I didn't really like, it wasn't like a focal point in my life. I had it. And you know, when I needed something from him, I'd shoot up a prayer, or when something went really well, I'd be like, thanks God, you know, but I didn't have a relationship with him. And I think that was something that my soul really was aching from, you know, and I thankfully actually through furthering my relationship with my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, she was not religious at all. And so I wanted to raise our kids in the church. And it was almost like, she was like, you're not that religious. Like, why do you want to raise our kids in the church? And that was kind of my moment of being like, oh, wait, I think of myself as a religious person, but you don't think of me as a religious person, and you're the closest person in the entire world to me. All right, I definitely need to start being more active in my relationship with God and my faith. And so that was a journey. And then now her and I think since getting married, I mean, God has just become a cornerstone of our life. It's just really the sacrament that you make and making a lifelong commitment to someone and now planning a family like that. We couldn't do any of it without God. And I know that everything that I have is in him and from him. And now it's very easy for me to proclaim that boldly and for me to go to church and pray. I mean, I pray with my wife every day, morning and night. And it's a very easy thing for me now. But there was a period of my life where I felt like I was a believer, but I didn't practice my faith at all. I just was like, yeah, I know God. I'm hopefully going to go to heaven. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So do you think it's helped you with business as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have nothing without my wife and without God. That's it. I mean, as a person, I am deeply flawed. I have vices. I have, I hold on to the wrong things. No, thankfully, I got
that many vices
because I have my wife and I have God.
So you're chilling then.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
John, what are your
I do.
vices?
Gambling.
Oh, he's a gambler.
Yeah, you're a big
Nicotine,
gambler?
yeah.
Dude, I've been gambling since
Nicotine's not a vice, dude. It's like a supplement. It's like taking like vitamins,
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
When I was 14.
Interesting.
I used my dad's information to make like a DraftKings account.
Hell
Doing
yeah.
like daily fantasy, Bovada, sports betting.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like my problem. Like quick money is like my worst vice.
That is the perfect way to
just like
put
the
it.
concept of quick money is just like
Or
yo,
like-
But that's what makes you an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but like
You know what I mean?
it could fuck you, bro. Like
Oh,
It
yeah.
can. Have you ever met somebody with like a real, genuine gambling problem?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's a joke. Sometimes it's like, oh, just lost $200 betting on the Bengals. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like a joke. Sometimes it's really not a fucking joke.
No.
Bro. I met a dude who got severely fucked up with gambling, and it's like crazy. Like when you really see it, it's like worse than a drug problem.
Oh, it
It's
is.
really bad.
It is. And the problem is that it's also the solution to their issue in their mind. And that's what makes it so different to drugs and alcohol, in my opinion. Or I guess probably more similar to alcohol. But people are like, well, I'm so deep in debt from gambling. The only way I could ever get out of this is hitting 100x on something, right? And then it's like, you truly will never escape that cycle if that's how you view it.
But like for sports betting for me, like I will not watch a game unless I have like $1,500 on it. Like that's like my tolerance with the
No, but
sports
that's
Like,
like recreational though. It's like it's the same as having a couple beers versus like killing a fucking like a full handle of Tito's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's just fun.
Yeah, no, I guess. But my when I moved to Miami, I lived with my buddy Pod. We were in Edgewater for a year, and then he moved back to PA, tried to figure like shit out with his girlfriend. This year, he's punted like a third of his net worth just from sports betting.
He's what?
Like he punted like a third of like his net worth
He's-
from sports betting.
Oh,
like he
really?
is like like he hasn't.
How are you that bad at sports betting?
I mean, his unit size is like $1,500, $2,000. He does sports betting. He does tennis at like 2 a.m. Like fucking.
So he's just betting on shit that he has no way
slots,
to win.
Blackjack, baccarat, like everything, bro.
He-
Like,
he's
there's
a gambling
hasn't been
degen.
a day in 3 years where he hasn't placed a sports bet. Like every
And he
single
just
day,
keeps losing.
every day, bro. I mean, he's had hot streaks. Like he's had months where he's made like
Uh-huh.
a couple $100K, but like
you guys know brute de force lore?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember back when I was like trying to figure out how to be a man a couple of years ago. I was watching like all of his shit. Like all of his old spaces are up
Yes,
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he talked about, I watched one of his podcasts where he talked about how in 8 months he lost $17 million. Just like getting absolutely bent over and fucked in the butt on every play that he was making.
Holy
17
shit.
mil in 8 months. I don't know if that's real. Sometimes, you dress
He
up the
inflated a
numbers,
little
but
bit.
like, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? Like,
And what do you think his net worth was at the time? Because that's something I always worry is like,
that's
I
probably
wonder.
most of it. That's probably, you know what I
probably
mean?
like 20.
Yeah, because like, dude, that's what happens is like these guys are, and bro, you see that actually with like some like sort of bad entrepreneurs, like they'll be really hot for a little bit, and then like absolutely broke.
Yeah.
They're-
Well, because they find out they're like, oh shit, like I have to pay like $250K in taxes or
yeah, sometimes you get a huge tax bill, and sometimes you just like, you just make a bunch of bad bets.
Yep.
And you blow it all. Like, dude, there are guys, when I went to Monaco, bro, I met a lot of like young, really good entrepreneurs. And some of these guys, I know like kind of roughly what they're doing. Cause I'm the biggest pocket watcher in the fucking info game, bro. I need to know your numbers. I love that. I know everyone. I know your bank balance. Like
I love that, bro.
Like, and so there are guys that were like spending ungodly amounts of money on a nightly basis. And I was like, how the fuck are you doing this? Like, cause I'm in a really good place right now. And I wouldn't even dare spend like 50 bands at the club. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah, like that's, yeah.
Why? And like, dude, yeah. So like, that's how it happens. Like you can lose it so fast.
Oh yeah.
Like some of these guys only have like 300-400K to their name. So like you can literally blow that in 2 months if you make some bad decisions.
Oh, easily. We had Colin Yerkison. Yeah, he was our very first guest ever on the podcast. And what did he lose? Like 1.7 million in like,
dude, it was like
2 months.
It was like 3.5 million in 45 days.
Yeah, something
crypto?
like that.
Yeah,
yep.
crypto.
Just again, like making bad bets.
Yeah, one of my boys, like actually a guy I'm pretty close with, is down like 8.5 mil.
Yeah.
In I think since like April or May.
8.5. Like I just feel like, and maybe this is just me being a little bit more, I guess intelligent is just what I'm going to say. Being a little bit more intelligent than some of these people. You have fucking $10 million. Like you're making $10 million. You're making $8.5 million bets on crypto if you have 10 M's.
He didn't bet 8.5 million, and he is a crypto guy. He made the money for the most part with crypto.
All right.
So this guy in particular, he's super smart. He kind of just got fucked.
Okay. And he probably has a lot more than 8.5 million that he's down, or not really.
He's all right. He'll be just fine.
He's all right. Good.
He'll be just fine. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, I doubt that will ever happen to me because I'm a very risk averse person.
Me too.
I obviously like now, like we're betting a lot of money on Facebook. Like I'm going to spend 400 grand this month on ads.
Yeah.
Which like sounds
Holy
ridiculous.
Shit, bro. That does sound ridiculous.
How many what?
Amex points. Like how many?
A lot.
Billions.
Yeah, but with with stuff like that, it's cool because like I know I'm gonna make the return. It's just a fucking good business move. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep spending 400K a month on ads until we're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. But I've never been the guy, bro. Even in video games, this is gonna sound off topic, but I promise you this is relevant. I have been grinding 8-ball pool on my phone because I've been playing pool a lot. Actually, down the street, there's Jay. You know that pool hall, Win Balls? You know Win Balls? It's fucking, dude. I'm literally there 5 nights a week. I love.
Are you nasty at pool?
I'm okay. I'm learning. I want to get really good.
Okay,
but
so you're probably pretty
when
damn
I'm not at the pool hall, I'm playing on my fucking phone. And dude, I have like 2 million coins in the game, and I'm still only like playing like 500 to 5,000 a game, which is all fake money.
Yes,
it's not real money.
Yes.
It's fake. And I'm like, dude, but I like the bank balance in the game. I want to keep it above 2 mil. If it goes under 2 mil, I'm gonna have to buy more coins because I just want to look at it. Like I can't. Like even in fucking video games with fake money, I hate taking bets like that.
Agreed.
I've been able to somehow make a sizable amount of money in my mid-20s without having to do any stuff like that. But like I will never be the guy that like throws down 30 grand on a random crypto coin in order to get that 10x that will create genuine wealth for you.
That's literally
that's not how I'm gonna make my money.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna have to build something and I'm gonna have, you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I don't know how people do that. Dude, all of my, like for me to make $1 million with crypto, it would have to be off like little $500 to $1,000 buy-ins.
Yeah.
And this is me with like, I have high 6 figures that I'd be comfortable investing in crypto, but I'm not going to, like, I'm still going to throw in 5 Solana at something. And when it goes to 0, I'm going to fucking be pissed about it for the next, like the whole week.
Dude, we bought a token last night. We each put in 3 Solana, $500.
Yeah.
And the thing got rugged. And we were just like, we had pulled our initial already. It doubled. We pulled our $500 out, and then it rugged. And I was like, bro, I would have been so fucking tight if I was in this and I lost my 3 Solana on this rug. Same thing. Like I have bought 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 into investments before, but I'm like, I'm so risk off. Like
Yeah.
my really first step into real entrepreneurship, I made and lost $1 million in 8 months. Like literally went from 10K net worth to 1.1 million to 60K in 8 months.
How did that happen?
Crypto.
NFTs.
Crypto and NFTs.
Wait, 2021?
Yeah, it would have 2020, 2021. Yep.
Yeah, that bull run.
Yeah, I got in early and I was holding really good investments, and then I also became like a strategic consultant to businesses that were launching on chain. So I was getting rev share in all these projects, and then I just kept doubling down. I kept doubling down and making bigger bets, and I literally made and lost $1 million in 8 months, and that was my first M that I ever had, and it was gone just as quick as it came, and that was it.
So
and then I
wait,
was like, I'm
you
done.
were young as fuck. You were like 19, right?
Yeah, 19, maybe 20. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I was in a college apartment in DeKalb, Illinois, paying $315 a month for rent, and I made 7 figures in.
Why didn't you cash out?
I sat down with every single smart person in my life. My dad, you know, the rich parents of my friends, and I was like, hey, I just made $1 million. What should I do? And every single one of them was like, sell half of it immediately, right now. Go put it in an index fund. Never think about it again. And I was like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I lost it all. Yeah, I was just a fucking idiot.
Well, you know what? I feel like every single person goes through some sort of like, fuck. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, fuck.
Yep.
Fuck. Like I don't have anything where I've like lost a bunch of money, but I have shit where I've like, if I made the investment that I was like 90% about to do, I would have like 10, 15. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Everybody has shit like that, and you would be boring as fuck if you didn't.
Absolutely.
Like, you would be like, you wouldn't have stories. Like, that's the thing. And like, that's like something I love about business is like, it's so dynamic and there's always so much weird shit going on. There's always like high stakes moments that like you want to tell people about. Like right now, this month is kind of it for us, bro. Like we are in like, it's relatively high stakes for us. Like if we don't do a mill this month, like I'm gonna TikTok live myself jumping off the penthouse balcony. I'm so serious.
I could see you from my balcony, so I'll watch you
can
falling
watch it
through
like,
the air.
yeah, you can just get like a second angle if you don't mind.
I will, yeah. I'll be like super zoomed on my camera trying to get the second angle.
Wait, where are you at?
We're at the Mint. Both of us are.
Oh,
So yours is like,
yeah, you can literally just
Yeah,
see
we
where
can.
it
Like,
goes.
I think our balconies. If we were on the 2 balconies waving, I think we could see each other.
Actually, you know what's crazy? We had a drone. We have drones. This happened 3 times. Drones will fly up and like take videos of our shit.
What the fuck?
And it happened twice while I was out there. And once when it was just Ben out there. But like, yeah, I was out there. It was me, Ben, and Danny. We were just like chilling by the pool. And this random fucking drone flies up and like starts filming our balcony and just us kicking it. Like, thank God I was wearing underwear. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. What the
but
fuck,
like, cause like sometimes
bro?
I do walk out there just like, cause I'm hoping you're watching, right? So I'm like, I
am,
know
yeah,
Mint can see me. So
I
I'm
got the
like,
binoculars. I'm like, oh, he's out here, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to zoom in and focus up.
and you're like, what is that thing? And now it's with a half chub too. So like,
Wow, you prepped it before you walked out.
Yeah, dude,
and
I
it's
fluffed,
I'm
and I was
still
like-
I'm like, is it? Where is it?
yeah, hoping Parker sees it.
Yes.
Maybe tweets about it.
Does your balcony face north or you face south?
We face north.
Okay, yeah, dude. I actually think we might be able to see each other from balconies.
No, we 100% could.
You're a few floors higher than myself.
I don't think so.
I'm on the 29th, so I'm pretty sure you're.
But the building I'm at isn't even that high. Like,
yeah,
I used
you're
to be-
probably pretty. He's on the 44th
we have
in
like
the same
50
building.
Yeah, so you're like 1 or 2 higher than me. So but when I was at Pano, like I was at 85, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I remember I took somebody up there one time and she threw up.
in the elevator or something.
No.
Like looking off the
Like off the balcony.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah, she got like sick.
You're like, I know the air is thin up here. Like,
And
it's,
Jimmy lives there now. He
Really?
he took my old crib and he made it look so much better, bro. That's the thing. It's like I've always like furnished my shit like a frat house. I
yeah.
don't care really how things look. I want it to look nice, but I don't care to do the work myself.
Fair.
And I remember I hired an interior designer and the shit she did for the crib was just so stupid that I like ghosted her after paying her. Yeah, so Jimmy like made it look really nice. So it's like a full on crib now. It's actually fire. And then Ben and I are at the penthouse.
Your place got furnished though. The penthouse,
Yeah, we
right?
got it furnished. But it was also like, the landlord is like this like 60-something-year-old like Indian doctor who has like, he has the taste of a blind woman. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't really know what, he kind of just like put a bunch of shit in there. It's not ugly, but it's like, there's actually a unit, another penthouse across the hall, which is actually even better. It's 2 stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have the same like rooftop, like pool, like type stuff. Yeah.
And it's way nicer, bro. But it's also 38 grand a month. So
And
I'm not going to do that.
if you'll share, what are you paying now?
24.
Okay. Oh, wow. So it's significantly more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we only have the one, like, I guess, level. But also the square footage is about the same. So it's 6,000 square feet in total.
Your current.
Our crib is 6,000 square feet.
No fucking way.
With balconies and everything? Yeah.
4 bed, 4 bath, or?
Yeah. Plus a maid's quarters. But it has 2 living rooms. Like, it's huge.
What the fuck,
And the problem
dude?
is, though, and like, listen, I love it, and I'm not complaining whatsoever, but it's not like a big, grand penthouse. It's just long. So, like, I literally thought about like getting one of those hoverboard things to like get back and forth from like my fucking bedroom to like the kitchen.
To the kitchen?
Because like, dude, if I walk, it's like a 30-second walk. It's like, dude, I'm getting a lot of stuff because I'm just running everywhere. Like I'm doing like a little white guy jog to like get from the bedroom to the And like God forbid, like I'm about to leave and the front door is there and I have to go forget my keys in the bedroom. Like,
Dude, there's your next viral video, just complaining about how much of a walk it is.
You know what? I'm dead ass gonna do that when I get home. I appreciate that.
That is actually hilarious though. Like, because when you say it like 30 seconds, oh, it's 30-second walk. Like that's a long ass time to walk, bro. From my desk where I sit to my fridge in my kitchen is a 3-second walk. Like,
You can slide there in your socks, you know what I mean?
literally, yes. Like I could take like 4 long steps and I'm there.
Also because you're 6'11".
Yes, that helps. But I mean, 30-second walk, I can't even imagine. It's like you're walking down like a fucking hotel corridor. It's just like room, like, right, left, right, like everywhere.
Like, dude, so on the floor that we're on, there's 4 penthouses. It's like northwest, which is ours, northeast, and then the other 2 at the other end.
Okay.
And it's like we have half of the building. So like on a normal apartment floor, you have probably like 10 units on one side, maybe 12. And like on ours, it's 2. So like we split half the fucking building. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
crazy.
Long. Anyway.
That makes sense,
I
I
like the
guess.
crib though. I think Ben's gonna want to move out next year. And I'm gonna have to think about like if I want to stay there by myself and just have like all of this fucking room for nothing.
That's a crazy amount of space.
Have Philip?
Yeah, have Philip come.
Yeah, I can have Philip come, but I don't know if I want to live with Philip.
Fair.
Philip's too sexually active.
Well, you know, that is something you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna know how sexually active your roommate is. So, so it's just you and Ben, 4 bed, 4 bath. You got to have like a cleaning lady that's coming all the time. Like,
Yeah, we got her coming tomorrow.
there you go.
Is it Jimmy's
Beautiful.
same lady or?
Nah.
Different?
She's kind of whack, dude.
Jimmy's
offense.
or yours?
I always see her like on my
No,
FYP. I'm
Jimmy's.
like, bro.
Yeah,
Do the
dude. That's
dances and shit.
the thing. There's a funny story about Jimmy's cleaning lady that I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell, but it's so fucking funny, bro.
You'll have to tell us off air that if you can't.
I'm gonna tell you now, and I'm gonna text Jimmy after and see if it's cool. But he probably won't even watch this, so I don't give a fuck. His cleaner, I think, has one other client,
Okay.
and one time she's supposed to show up to Jimmy's place at like I don't know, in the evening or something like that. And she had like a client during the day, and she doesn't show up. It's like 6 o'clock, and she's not there. She's supposed to be there at like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's texting her. He's like, "Yo, where the fuck are you?" And she's not responding. And then an hour after, he's like worried at this point. She texts him. He's like, "Yo, I'm in the hospital. I accidentally ate like a couple brownies from my old client's crib because they were just leaving them out. They were edibles.
For sure.
I'm high as fuck." And there was bro, so she just absolutely zonked. Like in
Did
the
she show up to clean or
at
no?
the hospital. And just no, she's in the hospital, bro. And she's like, she must have had somebody text Jimmy or something like that.
Had to.
Because like there's no way that she was even mobile. But like, dude, and then so apparently there was like some fucking hospital bill that like because like she went there and I don't know what they had to do to her, but it was like a $10,000 hospital bill.
Holy shit.
And like she basically asked Jimmy to pay it.
Has no insurance.
Because she like stole pot brownies from her other client and then couldn't show up to, dude, it was
And then
fucked.
didn't clean Jimmy's place and then said, Jimmy, pay my hospital
Like,
bill.
let me hold 10 grand.
And guess what? He did it.
Of course he did.
Because he's Jimmy Farley and he's the most generous guy that I've ever met.
That is crazy, dude.
But yeah, so I wouldn't really want her cleaning my crib
Fair.
because I mean,
Fair.
if she's just eating random food,
Yeah, that
lying
is a
around,
little bit
it's
of an
like,
interesting
that, you know
sign.
what? That should teach her a lesson. Don't do that. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, no, we got our own little cleaning lady. We got a pool guy. We have like a handyman. Yeah, we got like it was actually mad funny. We had like 5 Mexicans in our house the other day. Like we had 3, so we have a lot of cleaning ladies because
It's a big ass place.
Otherwise it would take like one lady like 8 hours.
Yeah, no
so
way.
like one will do laundry, one will like get that half and whatever. And so we had like 3 cleaning ladies speaking Spanish in the kitchen, and then 2 dudes cleaning the pool out back.
Yep.
And one dude who was like doing something else, and it was like I have a video of it. It's mad funny because they're all just buzzing around, just like talking shit to each other in Spanish, and just like it's like, dude, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah, you're like, this is ridiculous.
I
Like,
could
this is
call
our
Ice
life
and
now.
I could call Ice and get like a strike right
Get
now.
$750 a head.
Get a
You
strike.
get $750 a head for that.
I would never sell out my people like that.
No, you can't. 750. That's not
I
enough.
really don't understand why people are like, listen, I get it. Like you want people to come here legally, but like I feel like Hispanics assimilate pretty well.
Absolutely.
Like, dude,
in South Florida, bro, there's more Hispanic people than there is white people.
they're like part of the culture, and I like it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this might be crazy, but in Canada, where I'm from, it's like, so it's majority minority now. So we're white Canadians are no longer
Really?
like, the majority. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like Southeast Asians. And,
Really?
And yeah, and like again, like some of them have been here for like 20 years and they're chilling. Some of them like do not assimilate at all. I don't see that issue with like Cubans and Dominicans and Mexicans and Venezuelans. Like I just don't see it happen like being an issue for the most part. You know what I mean?
Almost like none of these high rises are getting put up. Like they're the hardest workers. Like no one's gonna be like, what's that building across from the Mint? Like they're grinding.
Oh,
on that
dude,
shit.
yeah, they're that one right across
They're
from our
slick.
building.
Yeah, and you got a fucking crane in your face when you
Yeah.
wake up. Yeah,
Dude,
no, I know. what
they're
you're
putting
talking
up like 4 floors a month on that thing.
Yeah.
Like it is
Yeah.
crazy.
Like,
Like
You know what's so
Slaving, bro.
funny too? I was actually gonna make a video about this. I always see them like walking around and like banging hammers on shit and stuff like that, looking like construction guys. And then they're kind of just doing nothing. They're picking up a piece of wood and putting it over here.
Yep.
And the crane's doing 360s and shit. Like, I don't know. It looks like a fucking, I don't know what they're doing. And
Yeah,
they're
no
putting
idea.
something down and then they're putting it over here. And then I'm like, wow, they're just literally just moving things around. Like
Yep.
not productive
It's gonna-
whatsoever.
yeah, it's gonna semi-
And then I wake up the next day and there's a building there.
yes.
I'm like, what happened overnight? You
Yes.
guys literally went home and had dinner and you came back and the building just kept loading.
It's crazy.
Like, you're not even building anything, but the building's getting bigger. So
Yes.
so what's going on here?
no,
you
it's
know what
like,
I mean?
there has to be like 4 of the crew that does all the work. And then we just see the other like 8 that do nothing. And then all of a sudden it's just like, wait, I didn't see any of you actually do anything productive. And now we have a whole new story
Like,
on
when
the
you boys
building.
install windows, like
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, dude, it's the same way that like people build shit in Fortnite, where it's like you just see a bunch of wood flying around in the air, but like you're just standing there. You know
Yes.
what I mean? How is this building getting built? I don't know.
No
Like,
clue.
listen, like that's a mystery to me. I used to think, so a lot of my like friends who have like really rich dads, like a high number of them are all in like real estate development.
Okay.
And because like I was like, oh yeah, my dad does real estate. He's not an agent. He's
Yeah.
probably developing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're building shit. And I used to think like, damn, like if I want to get to like 250 mil, should I like start looking at something like that and like maybe like, you know, maybe find a mentor, like pay someone to teach me how to do this so I could do it one day? And then a couple weeks ago, I started watching the guys build that building that you're talking about. 'Cause it's like right in the middle of between you and me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I could never be responsible for like what is going on down there
Yeah.
right now. People don't understand how much of a fucking miracle it is to build a building, even like this, dude. Like this isn't a big building. I think it's like what, 10 floors?
8,
Yeah.
Something like that. To build something like this, like,
Unbelievable.
and it's not even like, dude, there's exposed concrete. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're literally half done. They
Yeah.
didn't even finish the building. and we're living in it and shooting a podcast. But it's like, how the fuck do you build a building? Like, that's crazy to me.
Oh, it is.
And they were doing this shit like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
The Chrysler Building used to be it was like it was built in like what, the 30s, the 1930s.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The fucking pyramids, like even something like that. That was thousands of years ago. John would probably say that the aliens built that.
The aliens did.
For sure.
Yeah, aliens did.
You a conspiracy guy or? We don't have to get into it on here. I'm just curious. Just a question. Just a yes, no question.
Not really. But I mean, if there's motive, I can see it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people are like, for example, the moon landing thing. It makes sense as to why they would lie about it.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like
totally.
Space race, Cold War, like sort of like power vacuum and like post World War II, like what's going on. Nobody really knows what's going on. It makes sense why you would lie about that. Flat Earth, why the fuck would they lie about that? Like, why would they lie about the Earth being flat? Sorry, buddy. I don't know if you're a flat earther, but I'm just like, I don't understand why like anyone would, like, what's the point?
Yeah,
everything else in the
value do we
sky
get?
is spherical. Why would we be flat among hundreds of planets and stars and giants in the solar system that are all spherical and round?
The one that like gets me a lot is like the space shit. It's like if you go on Google and search like planets, like
this is a funny thing that he says all the time.
Photoshop. Like, why do they not?
How do you know?
Go on Google and look up solar systems, like different planets.
He thinks that there is not a single real photo taken from space.
Like crazy like high definition photos of like these planets in our solar system in
There
2025. I haven't seen one.
There's a new telescope. I don't know exactly what it's called, but like in the last like 2 years, I think they have this new telescope that can see like way the fuck out. And it's like, you can go to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you go to an observatory, like you can see the stuff up there. I don't know. Listen, like we're not going to debate this. You probably
We don't need to debate if
you probably
space
know
exists.
you probably have way more reasons why the Earth is flat than I do that it's round. I'm a casual. I'm a normie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
I believe in everything.
I don't think that I need reasons for why the Earth is round. Personally, I think I just know that it is.
Question
and that's
everything.
it.
You know what I mean?
I guess so.
But you know what? We can talk about. This
I
off
guess
air,
so.
'cause I'm curious.
But something I want to ask you. So like, you said Bader might move out. Are you like planning on living in Miami for years?
Maybe not Miami, but I plan on staying in South Florida for a while.
Okay.
I would love to do a year or two in New York City. That would be fucking electric. I think Miami's cool, but New York is just sexier to me.
There's something about it. That's like a mecca, you know. It really just is.
It's where everything, like, I don't know. It's just where like all the power is. And I feel like Miami's cool, but I feel like I've just seen behind the curtain of everything. Like, dude, I've met all the sort of like big players. Like I've met Grutman, dope guy, cool. You know what I mean? But like Grutman in Miami is like considered a guppy to like whoever the fuck's running Tao Group in New York. You know what I mean? Like there are just bigger players there. And I feel like it's not really as conducive to like all the info guys are down here. Mm-hmm. But like I would love, especially if my friends could come too.
Yeah.
And also too, money gets you whatever the fuck you want in Miami.
That's true.
And it's not even that expensive. Like if you want to, like, bro, if you want to get in pretty much anywhere, like you can buy your way in wherever you want to be. But like in New York, there's things that money can't buy, right?
Yeah.
You have to know somebody, you have to be invited, you have to be somebody, you know? I think that's kind of cool. And it's like, you're like right now, it's like, oh, you like, okay, you're at Live. Great. Like what other 19-year-old isn't at fucking Live right now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like New York is like just a challenge, but I don't love winter. I'm Canadian, so I have plenty of experience with that. Not a fucking fan. But I would be down to do like a New York summer and just like see kind of how I bode.
Did you do a New York summer for like a week this year or no?
Did I?
Yeah.
Not yet. I plan on going just for a weekend. There's an old client that I want to meet up with. I just want to party in New York for a little bit and then come back.
Yeah. I think the thing that I'm curious about, you know, man, we're talking timelines. You were just saying at the beginning of the episode, like next few years, have a family, or at least start. You know, that does put you on a little bit more of a timeline for certain things, right? You could take an infant or like really young kids kind of anywhere. But at some point, my wife is already telling me, she's like, I want a fucking house, man. Like settle down. You know, I'm ready to start popping babies out. I want a yard. I want a bunch of space, all this. So that is one other thing, you know, it's going to be, just a little more difficult to go and like do your 2 years in New York if you got a couple kids and now you've got, you know, kind of roots down somewhere.
No, yeah,
So
I would do that first.
it would have to be, you know, pretty soon. So maybe if Bader's moving out of the pen, and then it's New York season.
Might be. It might be. That's a good point. I don't know. I like I don't know. I like the idea of like sort of getting my life going over the next couple of years.
Agreed.
And like I do think about it a lot. And like honestly, you know what it was? You guys see that show? It's called Your Friends and Neighbors. It's on Apple TV. Incredible show. Really fun to watch. And it's like there's this whole plot that has nothing to do with any of the shit that I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
But like the set of it is like I think it's Westchester, New York.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is like, so New York's like Manhattan is where all these guys like sort of like they started their career, they make a bunch of money, and then once they're like in their 40s and they have families and they have like tens of millions of dollars from finance or whatever they're doing in banking, they move out to Westchester and they have like these little gated communities, and it's like a lot of the show is like showing like it's John Hamm, like it's and like Olivia Munn, who's like gorgeous, love her.
Yep.
And it's like they're just living like rich ass, like former New York, like just gated communities, sort of like just they're chilling. You know what I mean? They got kids, they're at a country club, they all got nice cars, they all have like sort of like backyard parties like you were talking about. And it's just cool. And like, I don't know, I think that's cool. I also went to like Ben's family, like they have a fire crib like up a little bit north.
Nice.
Like past West Palm. And yeah, like for Easter, like we went there, like take the boat out for the day, go to like the like little marina for like brunch and stuff with all the other old rich people. Like it's just cool. I just think that's cool.
Dude, I mean, I'm a simple man, like at my core, you know, I do like, you know, going out and having fun and whatever, but like there is something that I don't think that there's an itch that nothing else can scratch other than like having a big yard and a nice grill and a pool and a bunch of kids running around, jumping in the pool. And, you know, just like having my wife and my parents and my sister and her husband someday, you know, coming over and just like, dude, like that like really just that good American suburban, like dream, bro. Like I just can't get that shit out of the back of my mind right now. And it's slowly just inching its way more and more forward, really keeping me really focused on what I'm doing, which I love. And I love to hear that you're like, yeah, dude, I'm just locked in because like that's what's going to get me where I want to be. And that's it. Yeah. Because it would be incredibly easy for someone where you are to just be like, all right, you know, foot off the gas, I'm coasting. Like I've got enough already. I'll continue to make money. I'll continue to, you know, make my way there and just kick the stone down the road. Like I'm young, I'm rich, I can do whatever the hell I want. You know, it doesn't matter. But you're just like, you would just want a little bit more out of life. And that's, personally, I find it admirable. I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't, but it's refreshing, especially in Miami scene, because everything here is just like sex, drugs, fast life, like party.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
No, it's sick. It is fucking sick. Like, listen, like there's a time and place for it. And like,
yes,
I feel like I got to taste it and it's fire. Like it's
fire.
Fun as fuck. But I mean, yeah, dude, like, I don't know. I want to experience all kinds of different exciting sort of times in my life. Like, I don't want to, like, dude, on that, there are a lot of guys who I would sometimes go out with who, and a lot of times they were very generous and they would pay and stuff. But they would be in their early 40s and they don't have a girl. They actually flew a bunch of models out to like basically just look at him and pay attention to him for a couple minutes at the club, popping bottles, like, still trying to like find their wife. And I never want to be that.
Nope.
There's a guy, he owns a bunch of clubs in New York. This older Asian dude, really sweet guy. He just can't find anyone that loves him for him because he's so rich and kind of old now, where it's just like his window's kind of closed. Like, yeah, they're settled with like some 38-year-old chick who's like more your speed and would you know, but like he doesn't want that. He wants a 21-year-old, and the 21-year-olds want Jon Melillo. So he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's it.
Is that our time here?
Yeah, we're getting close. I think as we're wrapping this up, there's two questions I ask everyone. These are, you know, this has just really been a fun episode, not a whole lot of into the weeds on personal development or things like that. I know you've kind of gone through a big personal development arc, so I'm going to use this as a quick segue into that, and then ask my wrap up questions here. I've been seeing, and secondhand through content, right? But that you like really have started taking your health way more seriously, and like you've started just like wanting to, even just from an aesthetic perspective, like you just want to look nice, you want to be like you said, like defining yourself as a man, like realizing like what it means to you to be masculine and to have these features. What spurred that on for you, and like what has been a driver in you doing that? Are you like a classic like, oh, I just go to the gym, lift heavy shit type of person, or like, what does that look like for you?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Right now I don't feel very healthy. Like I go through little spurts where it's like sometimes I'm like super zoned.
Yep.
And then I don't know. Right now, like I was gonna go to the gym before this. Like I literally had my shit on. Like I was about to go to the gym, but I was like, okay, fuck, like nah. Like I have like another bunch of stuff I have to do for work, and then I was gonna see you guys.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go after, but like I don't know. It's not like especially this month, it's not like a mega priority. Yeah. A couple months ago though, I did hop on Retta. You guys know?
Yeah. John's just started a peptide cycle. Yeah.
Are you on Retta?
Nah, Summerlin. It's kind of like BPC 157, but
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Retta is like it's like Ozempic for guys. Have you looked into it at all?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, it's sick.
Is it?
I'm not on it right now, but I started taking it like I think it must. What was it like? Beginning
it's like a
of April.
cycle, right?
You can take it for as long. I only took 3 doses and I was happy. Like, I was chilling.
wow.
I only had like a little bit of fat to lose.
Was
but
it
like,
a weekly dose, monthly dose?
Yeah. So I'd have a nurse come over because I don't want to needle myself, and
Fair.
that's also why I haven't taken it, because my nurse is in the Hamptons with her boyfriend.
Okay.
Come back, please. I'm so serious. But so I would take like 2 milligrams. I would try to take it on like a Monday, because if you drink on it like the day after or 2 days after, like you'll puke everywhere. I did that a bunch of times. Like I don't know what happened, but like like a couple times when I was like drinking on Retta, like it was getting messy. That's the only real side effect, but like it just makes you not need food anymore. Just evolve past it.
Wait, how was your appetite on that though? Because I heard like
It was non-existent. I was chilling.
yeah.
So that's the thing. Like it'll make you tired if you don't eat, because obviously no food will make you feel tired.
Yeah, of course.
So you have to like actually try and eat as much as you can, but like it makes it so much easier. Like for me, like I'm not a big guy. If I'm eating 1,800 calories a day, like that's a deep cut for me. Or sorry, no, that's a light cut. I need to go to like 1,500 a day, and like for me to get that few calories in me and still
That's
feel
hard.
good. Yeah, so I have to like hop on Reddit, but so I'll do it every once in a while.
So is it for you? It's and not in a bad way. It's less of a health thing and more of an aesthetics thing. Like you just
100%.
want to be lean and look
I
good.
care about
and
health. I care about health, but I just want to look.
Plus,
Fair,
having a nice
fair.
little tan and those ad creatives can up the
Oh, hell
the
yeah.
KPIs a little bit too.
That's the thing. It's like I've always had a baby face, and when I let's see, if I carry more fat, then I look even younger. Like people genuinely think like I'm like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah,
I'm 26, bro. I don't want to look 18. They're like, oh, take it as a compliment. It's like, how is that a compliment?
I'll
You know
take
what
it
I
as a
mean?
compliment when I'm 40.
Yeah.
Not right now.
But even then, it's like you're making me like pull out my ID so I can order. I'm 26, bro.
Yeah.
And so like that bugs me. But when I'm leaner, I don't really get that as much. Like people think I'm just like
Makes
a
sense.
normal person.
Yeah, you just have more jaw structure, more like all that. And
Honestly, wait. How about this? Would you guys ever hop on test?
If I had a need for it, yes. Like if I had low T, then I would.
You
I
say
have no
you're on
problem.
test?
Yeah, so I did it's called like an advanced blood panel. I don't know if you saw my story, but dude, they took so much fucking blood work. Like I have all my deficiencies, all the food sensitivities, and one of it was tests, and my test is low. So I'm not like injecting or pinning tests, but it's like a hormone like growth supplement, which is basically the same thing. But I'm doing that for 12 weeks. I'm on like 20 different supplements, and then I'm pinning the peptide. So like, I'm like full blown like health arc.
Do you
right
feel
now
better?
Dude, I feel so much better.
Really? So
'Cause
like
I wake up at him at like 6 a.m. and
so you're
by,
going
like,
for the natural route. You're not trying because like
Yeah.
there's a couple guys that I know that are in their 20s and they are pinning, and it's like 100 150 milligrams a week. Like it's not that much. That's like a normal TRT dose. But they said they feel like insane.
I believe it. I mean, your testosterone is like the lifeblood of manliness, of your manhood. It's so to just artificially increase it, I don't know why you wouldn't feel much better. I do think in some ways, you're developing a crutch where, you know,
It's the only reason why I haven't actually done it.
Yeah,
I actually don't even think I have low test. Because I feel good. I have crazy energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look 12, but like other than that, I feel like I don't really have any of the issues that someone who experiences low testosterone would have.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not doing it is because once you're on it, it's really
You're
hard to
on
get
it.
off.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there are ways to basically do it without nuking your balls.
Yeah.
But everyone says like, well, why would you want to come off? You know what I mean? Like you just feel amazing. But then like, what if I'm traveling or something like that and I have to bring all this shit with me?
Yeah.
You know? So
I don't need to sign a lifelong commitment to anything other than my wife at this point. Like I don't need a lifelong commitment to testosterone.
I mean, I feel like everyone over 30 should be on tests.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, like you probably have a 600 tests. You should have
Thank you. I
a
appreciate
1,000 tests.
Yeah.
Imagine the work ethic. I mean, you're probably like working pretty hard, but like your energy levels at 1,000 tests versus your energy levels.
Imagine
now.
how good I'd be at pool if I had 1,000 tests.
Holy shit,
like-
bro. You'd be fucking,
you'd
you'd be
have
putting the ball through the wall. It would just fucking break.
You'd have 4 million points on 8 ball. Like,
Yeah, there you go. You'd have
Yeah.
4 million coins, bro. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think I mean, honestly, the simple answer is if you get to a point where you really are considering it, go get a blood panel done and just see. And then figure it out from there. And if you actually are at 600 or 800 or 1,000 or 1,200, I mean, then you'll just be more informed. I think the one issue people make is they just jump. They're just like, all right, yeah, I'm just going to do it because fuck it, why not? So
No, that's a good point. You're right. I should get that shit done.
So 2 questions I have as we wrap up the episode here. First one, something we didn't talk about at all. So I'm actually really curious. Normally we almost cover it during the episode, but today we didn't. You go back in time 6 years ago, talking to yourself right before you started all of this, right before you got into copywriting, any of it. You have 60 seconds alone with yourself. Allow you to make more money, save more time, save more headaches, stress. What are you telling yourself? What's your piece of advice?
I mean, obviously, like I would be like, yo, maybe like throw some money in Tesla or something.
Of course.
Like that. Like,
Yeah, everyone says it. Yep.
Besides stuff like that, what I would say, and this is what I imagine my like 70-year-old self would tell me today now, is like, yo, just like everything's gonna be all right. Like you're gonna make money, you're gonna be successful, you're gonna experience what it feels like to have everything you want. Maybe amp up the intensity by like 20%. Maybe you could get that shit a little faster and like, you know, make hay while the sun shines even more. But for the most part, everything's gonna be all right. Like everything is gonna work out. You're not gonna struggle nearly as much as you think you are. And as long as you stay the path, like you're gonna be, you know, worth many millions by whatever. And like the reason I would say that to that kid is because number one, he needed to hear it because he had a lot of self-doubt. Number two is because like that's kind of what I think, like I said, my old version of myself would tell me now, where it's just like everything's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You're gonna have everything you want. Just keep going and amp it up a little bit. You know?
I love that. And it's true. It's true for most of us. It's not really about the destination, and we have this destination obsession where it's like, oh my God, I have to get there and I have to get there as soon as possible. And if I'm not always making progress or I'm not, you know, and then I'm failing, it's like, you're going to get there. You know, if you put in enough deposits, the bank balance gets higher. That's it. You know, and that's the story of life, not just of money. Working towards anything, you make enough daily deposits, weekly deposits, monthly deposits, and you make progress. And then eventually you'll reach the objective. And I think you've had a great balance of fun and focus and success and all that. And, you know, honestly, you probably don't need to give your young self that much advice, which is great. But I think that's a great piece of advice to give them. And the second question is something a little bit more broad stroke, something for the audience who might be watching this as 18-year-old kid, who might be watching this as a 55-year-old mother, father, and, you know, they want to improve their life in some way. It doesn't necessarily have to be business or finance, but one piece of advice that you've learned or picked up that you think anyone could apply and make their life even 1% better just from this piece of advice that you've got.
It's a lot of pressure. John, what should I tell him?
Take your time.
Demographic is 40. They're in corporate America right now. They want to try to start a new. No, just kidding. But
Yeah. Besides do AI copywriting,
Good, fair advice.
advice for anybody that would make their life better. I don't know. I think like I feel like I have a really balanced life. I feel like, the sort of like niche talk where it's like health, wealth, relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like I always try and keep that as level as possible, but not by like taking away from here to go over here.
yeah.
It's always just to go 100% on everything. And like if you don't have one of the three, something's off and you're not going to feel good.
Yeah.
There's been times where it's like I'm in the gym 4 times a week and I'm like fairly active. I'm walking around getting my steps or whatever, and business is ripping. Like whatever I'm doing is just working. Like the work I'm doing during the day is like actually effective.
Yeah.
Like it's working. And then on the weekend I'll go like Thursday, Saturday and have like a fucking sick time with like whoever I'm out. Like that to me is like, that's a perfect week.
Yes.
And like you can do that 52 times a year if you want. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I feel like if people understood that like you could have that and have that perfect balance and have everything you want, like they would optimize for it. But like I don't know. That's just kind of what I aim for. And that's not really advice. It's like, oh yeah, just like do better at all the shit. If you're, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, great. But I don't know. I think like if you're aware of it, it just gives you energy. You know what I mean? It just makes you want to do more.
I actually think that's a great piece of advice. I think, the idea that 1, you can go 100, 100, 100, and 2, to just be aware that the sometimes the bullshit that we're fed of like, you just need to be so locked in on business that nothing else matters, or you need to be so locked in on your health that nothing else matters, or the puppy stage of a relationship or whatever, where the only thing that matters is that, you can have everything. You just optimize for it and you find the gaps where you're not putting enough into certain things, your health, your wealth, your relationships, and you can have it all. And you need to have it all, or some semblance of all of it, if you want to have a fulfilled life, because you're not going to get there on two pillars. It's just not going to happen. So
You need all 3.
I love it.
And there's always more stuff to add.
Of course.
Like those are the big ones, and you can balance it. Like you absolutely can. It's realistic.
Yes.
You don't need to sacrifice one thing for something else. Like you can do all of it.
Yep. I mean, that's the lie we're fed our whole lives, is like, oh, well, I can't be in shape because, well, I'm running around with the kids and I got my job and my work and all this. So those are the only 2 that I have time for, or my job and my health. And I don't have time for keeping up my relationships or whatever that is. And that's just not true. You just haven't found the recipe or the formula that works for you. So I love that. I think it's great advice.
Do you have any like end of year goals for Copy MBA? Because we like to do like checkups, like 6 months.
Yeah, maybe 6 months from now, 9 months from now, we do a follow-up episode and you're like, yeah, we're doing 3 mil a month now instead of 1.
Manifest it, put it into the reality right now. Like, what are your goals for end of the year?
I mean, the goal originally for the end of the year was $1 mil a month, but we're gonna hit that this month. Like, no problem. We're already on track. I would say 2, but for us to double from here would require like deep infrastructure changes.
Yeah, fair.
So I can't even say like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit it, because it's not just as simple as turn up the dial.
Yeah.
There's more to it. A
Yes.
lot more to it. So I don't know. I really like right now, what I care the most about is like, so I want to put on an event for all the students. We're gonna do that in Miami. That's gonna be fucking legendary. I can't wait for that. And I want to get closer with my team. I want to maybe hire a couple more people who are like really high level. It's like, dude, we're always hiring sales reps.
Yeah.
But like maybe I'll want someone who like I pay $250,000 a year just on a salary just to advise on marketing shit and just see what we could do better. Maybe operations or something like that. Like maybe like one big hire would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a revenue goal for the end of the year. I just want to keep growing the way that we have been and just keep, changing people's lives, because we kind of have been.
Hell yeah.
It's fun as fuck.
That's a
right
sick
now.
ass goal.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Well, Mason, you could tell the audience where they can find you. Of course, the links are going to be in the description of the video, but you can give them your socials and give them a little plug here for Copy MBA if you want.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, just if you want to find me online, just go on Facebook and just scroll until you see one of the ads.
You'll see him.
No, Instagram is at Cardinal Mace. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter is at Cardinal Mason. If you want to really know me, I would say Twitter. Go there, or YouTube. TikTok and Instagram is kind of just for fun. But Twitter is, I kind of feel like, is like my favorite platform right now.
It's the easiest. You just type, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to plug anything. This is a great podcast. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Good shit.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We'll be back, as always, next week. Mason, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Yeah.
This was a blast. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that was our longest pod.